A great coach once said, "If you're not coaching, you're letting it happen." To effectively lead a neuromuscular training program, you must constantly be evaluating your athletes and providing feedback to help them improve their technique. The same way that you provide feedback to help improve their sport-specific technique, like kicking, throwing, or shooting, providing effective feedback during the warm-up will improve their body alignment when they perform fundamental exercises. We hope that alignment will carry over to other lessons and activities. Earlier, I mentioned that neuromuscular training can reduce injury risk and improve performance. It is your evaluation and feedback that can help your athletes do just that. There are two types of cues that you can use to help your athletes improve their technique. The first are internally focused cues. These direct athletes to focus their attention on a part of their body or the movement in general. Things like bend at your waist, stand up tall, and keep your kneecaps over your shoelaces are examples of internally focused cues. Externally focused cues direct athletes to focus their attention on the intended outcome of the movement, sometimes focusing on an external object. Push your hips to the wall behind you, lift your head toward the ceiling, or your shins should be perpendicular to the floor are examples of externally focused cues. These cues are great for young and beginner athletes. You should use a combination of internal and externally focused cues and find out what works best for your athletes. Now, let's return to some familiar photos and videos and try providing feedback to the athletes in those photos and videos. There are endless possibilities when it comes to providing feedback. Here is your chance to be creative, so play around with different types of feedback. Find cues that work well for you and your athletes. As you know, this athlete's lower body is not properly aligned. You should be focused on getting her hips, knees, and ankles into the right position. Because it seems like her feet are much wider than her hips and knees, a simple internal cue like bring your feet under your hips might fix her position. You may remember that this boy had poor alignment of both his upper and middle body. Tuck your chin towards your chest is an example of an internally focused cue that might help correct the alignment of his upper body. Because his middle body is hunched forward, lengthen the front of your body is an externally focused cue that may help correct the alignment of his middle body. Watching this video helps you realize that at any given moment, there's almost always an athlete that needs feedback. Take some time while the video plays to develop some internal and externally focused cues that you would provide to these girls if they were on your team. Neuromuscular training provides safety and performance benefits to your athletes only if they are performing exercises with the right technique. They cannot do that without your help. Continue to practice evaluating their technique and providing feedback to those who need it. When your athletes are healthy and performing at their best, your entire team will benefit.